Hey, hopefully this helps somebody. I am changing an alternator on a 2012 Volkswagen Eos, and there are a couple videos out there that'll show you all of the basics, but I wanted to include a couple of other like tips that help me out. So you'll find all kinds of videos out there about removing the serpentine belt. So down here is the 17 millimeter bolt that you have to turn, and here's a screw that I used. You'll see people use a pin. So once you turn the bolt, or turn the tensioner to relieve the tension, slip it off of the wheel that's right here, loosen 4 bolts, 1, 2, and then there's 2 more, 3 and 4. They're pretty obvious when they're on there. Take those off, disconnect on the back side. There is one wire that's connected with a 13 millimeter, and another is a wiring harness. All of the wiring harnesses seem to connect a little bit differently as far as like the release mechanism, so tinker around with it. This one was kind of a pain. That one I just removed to make a little extra space. I disconnected the headlight just to make a little extra space, peeled some hoses back and that kind of thing, just moving things out of the way. Don't move anything too far, you don't want to break it, cause any leaks in hoses or anything. But the main thing that I wanted to share was this right here. The coolant hoses that come from the reservoir, comes down here, and the rubber hoses stop here and go into this like plastic piece, and they're tubes, so they mount. There is one screw here and one screw here, and it gives you, removing those two gives you just enough wiggle room to turn that alternator on its side and get it out of there. And those are T30 Torx bits. So best I can tell, you need a 10 millimeter for removing the battery, a 13 millimeter for removing the 4 mounting bolts. I used a deep socket on the top ones just to get around these, and a shallow socket on the bottom. This is also 13 millimeter, and I think that's it. And then the T30 Torx, little screwdriver with a flat blade screwdriver to pop some of the wiring harnesses and stuff. Be good. And mark the belt before you remove it. I found a bunch of Volkswagen videos out there. None of them were for exactly this engine. It's a 2012 Eos, the 2-liter TSI turbo. Hopefully that helps somebody. Got to get it back in now.